And that can be a boon in some cases, and in other cases it's not as important. So I love how Karen's carrying a rifle here when she never uses one.
Yeah, they do that.
Did all this?
No, this wasn't the work of the Seed. Those burn marks came from Alliance weapons.
What do you mean?
Those blaster shots are too precise to be sound, people. Imperial.
This Koltova doesn't look like it was infected. Look, here, see? No, it was killed by a weapon blast.
To prevent a second wave of contamination, all wildlife in the area have been terminated.
Trying to be has.
Barbaric.
I don't know. Oh, please to. It makes me really sad that we never get to drive one of these.
We do.
We do?
In a later chapter.
Oh my god, yes!
This area
More toward the end of the game.
It is under quarantine.
Yeah!
Immediately.
Easy there, Tiger.
We are Guardians, here on a purification mission.
I am the commanding officer of the 177th Brigade, Fulyen Kurtz. Can't you see that this zone is being sterilized? There's no need for purification.
The two are pretty
Yes, but we
close
have
in
a report of a
definition.
missing child in the area.
Definition.
Have you seen a little boy?
I didn't know that the Guardians also offered babysitting services.
Look, we just asked if you'd
better
seen the
find him
kid,
quick.
not...
Or hope that he's flame retardant.
Aren't you
Wow,
allies?
what a
There's a
prick.
kid in danger out there. Don't you care if he lives or dies?
I will not endanger the entire planet for the sake of a single child.
But you're also not making any single, like, effort to look for him, asshole.
Remember what I said. I apologize for my comrade. Is it possible to delay sterilization until after we found the child?
Roll diplomacy.
Contamination has already begun to spread up ahead. And we anticipate another attack.
Leave the responsibility of the contamination to us.
Very well.
Yay, success.
However, if you find yourself in danger, send up a flare. We will provide help if we can.
Thank you for your cooperation. Let's go.
Just give him the stink eye for a little bit.
Novices.
Yeah, if you remember from the opening cutscene, humans, cast don't get along with the other races.
Yeah. So yeah, that is a thing in this universe. There's actually like 4 different races of people.
Human,
There's the humans.
cast, Numans, and beasts.
Yep. And, yeah. There we go. A little bit of history there. Gee, a little bit of social commentary there. Can you find the parallels, people?
Like Lou, she's a cast and she doesn't hate us.
Yeah. In theory.
She's actually the Lou's are emotionless.
Right. Well, I was responding to Hyuga there.
I missed it. What did he say?
Oh, he said that's why all the races are equal in Guardian's Colony, right? I'm like, in theory. That brings up a pretty decent point there. Alright, off we go.
I wish we could just go straight to the area without the loading screen and just have to like walk through the actual.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and admittedly that's more possible now thanks to better data storage technology like Blu-ray discs and better hardware. On the PS2, it's not too bad. Green farm.
It's like they have to have a loading thing every so often. like they have to have a loading thing every so often.
Yeah. And that's because of the way the game is put together on the disc. As far as I know, anyway. Like, they get a chance to clean that up later, but they may not have had time to.
Like in Dragon Quest VIII for...
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no, the seed.
Like in Dragon Quest VIII, for example, when you go into towns, it actually shows a transition thing.
Yeah.
But I know there are some games where you can just go into the town and it doesn't load
The
anything.
contamination is spreading too quickly. It's replicating like a virus. We don't have any time to lose. Let's get moving.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we just, take off running. There's another save point here. You can see them as the blue dots on our map. These things are awesome. The photon chargers. There are not enough of them placed around the game, in my opinion. Okay. Get everybody back to full.
In, what was it? Oh, I think it's in PSP 2, or the first one. They'll just instantly bring you back to full health. You don't have to
wait around. Yeah, that's useful. Alright. Time to go deal with some seed.
The way it's capitalized, I'm assuming it stands for something, but I don't know what.
It may actually be because in the original Japanese it was all written in katakana, which is to call attention to it. Make it seem like a stranger word. So that's because we lack multiple alphabets in English. Oftentimes, translators will
just put it all in caps.
Yep.
Okay, so that brings me to the next question. When people translate games, how do they get rid of the Japanese and replace it with English? Do they do a whiteout thing, or?
Not strictly, no. It's kind of similar.
Like, how do they...
I don't actually know all about it, but I do know that it's basically reprogramming the way the dialogue is displayed. Bunch of exposition there. Source by purifying the seed. Yep. Okay. And here we get more information. So we destroy the seed cores. If only. Oh, thank you, Karen.
Oh, we never did get to her character model.
Yeah, okay, so let's do some character design analysis. Well, first of all, she's a Newman character, hence the elf ears. So that's supposed to separate her from the other characters a little bit, because Ethan and Hugo are both human.
And before anyone does it, no, she's not in her underwear.
Yeah, there's no real good reason for the extra short skirt.
Okay, so what do we tell about her? Like, she's not...
Well, she's wearing very traditionally patterned clothing, and that's one thing I noticed is that the Newman design
It's more
elements
Japanese based.
Yeah, based off of traditional older Japanese culture. So she's supposed to look a little more traditional, and that's especially emphasized by the tights. It looks very proper to have the tights with the skirt. So we use...
You mean the leg things?
Yeah, the leggings, the tights, yeah. And she has purple hair, which is meant to call her out as otherworldly. Okay, so we have to scan those egg things with the goggles, and then blast them with the photon eraser.
They have their own thing, so they'll help you out.
Yeah, it's not all just you.
And remember, kiddies, fire hurts.
Yeah, ow. Don't we actually have photon eraser of our own?
We do. I'm just making Hugo do all the work because he deserves it.
Okay, let's just actually put the photon eraser on the palette so that we can do some of it ourselves. And we just blast it for a bit. See, Bloom is withering, and now we get to smash the core. So yeah, pretty simple. And this is an interesting design decision.
Okay, so Ethan is laid back, and Huga's more formal. What's Karen?
She's not really meant to be a contrast to either of the two, I think. At least in that way.
Oh, guess what? These enemies are fire.
Yep. Which makes it convenient that the enemies earlier dropped an ice weapon. And that both Hyuga and Karen use ice element weapons.
And then at level 25, they gain another weapon. That's how it works for all the NPCs.
They just keep getting weapons as they level up.
And then at level 50, most of the NPCs will gain a third weapon, though a few will stay with two weapons.
Interesting. Bunch of money. Where in the money? Where in the money? It takes to get along. Healing items.
And you're short on cash, and you know they need to sell things. Once the first free mission becomes available, run over and over again because you can get star atomizers there. A healing item that restores health to the entire party, and they sell for like 700 each.
Yeah, they're worth quite a bit. And they aren't as useful once you get access to the
techniques.
Yeah, to the techniques. Because there's a group heal technique that's like available from the start.
There are no single heal spells here. You did use it to make sure the other characters are in range.
Boom! Level 6,
HP
baby!
plus 22, attack plus 7, accuracy plus 1, TP plus 6, defense plus 1, and evasion plus 1. I know we can read, but I like to do it.
Okay. Now, remind me, do the NPCs, can they actually level up in the middle of a mission?
Yes.
Okay. It just takes a lot more for them to do so?
No.
Oh.
Same amount.
Oh. The only reason Hyuga hasn't leveled up is because he started exactly at level 4.
Yeah.
And he's not earning as much XP as we are because we're doing most of the killing.
But they can level up.
Ah, see, there goes Hyuga. And the NPCs will actually, like, have voice lines commenting on you leveling up.
Yep.
Which is nice.
But then if you were to exit the mission and remove him from your party and re-add him to your party, it would go to 6.
Yeah, they would level to match where they're supposed to be in
and
relation
Karen
to
would
you.
go to 11. Or, no, I think... Let's see, at 4... 5, 6... Oh, no. Should we go to, 10?
Yeah. Okay, let's get these goggles going. So in this case, the goggles actually do something. Let's see, there should be another one around here somewhere. Ah. The nice thing is that you can actually, like, tell where they're supposed to be. Ow! It might help if you didn't keep running into them. Is that the last one? Or... Oh no, they probably tucked one back here. A couple things to smash now. Star Atomizer. Yeah. What frustrates me is that you can't move around with the goggles on, but I can understand why they did that for engine limitations. Destroyed the first one, which is good.
You'd think there'd be more enemies here.
Well, keep in mind, AMF was doing sterilization, air quotes, so they've probably killed off most of the stuff that the seed here could infect.
There goes Hyuga getting hit. And Karen. the NPCs will save time for you.
which is pretty awesome. Destroy the other one.
I wish it would tell you the requirements for S rank on the screen.
That would be nice. Then again, you could probably, like, actually guess it after running a mission once or twice. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but after playing a mission in story mode, you pretty quickly unlock a free mission, a free mode version of it, right?
Extra mode after chapter 4.
Well, I mean, you unlock. There's a free mission you can play that's pretty comparable.
No, you get the exact same free mission as this.
Ah. And the Photon Eraser, if I remember correctly, does not actually have any effect on enemies. It only affects the seed stuff. Moon Atomizer. And Moon Atomizers are status cubes, right? Oh, it's a revive. Oh, right, it's the Sol Atomizers that are status cubes.
Yep. And ironically enough, the Soul Dues and Phantasy are everywhere they're reviving things.
Well, it's... I would not call that irony. I would say that that's a deliberate design choice.
Like, for example, Gi Resta is an HP.
Oh boy, here we go.
Gi Resta here restores health, and also gives you a...
10. Right, it doesn't get any extra attack until level 11, right?
No, it restores your health, but it also gives you a ticking HP plus thing for a while.
Ah, no, I mean the Rising Strike.
Oh, no. Yeah, level 11.
Your special abilities don't gain their extra steps until...
Level 11 and then 21 for 200 weapons.
So I wonder why it's just the two-handed weapons that do that.
I don't know, because it'd be difficult to program a third hit and
One-handed weapons? Not any more difficult than it would for two-handed. Ow! That hurt. Okay, now let's deal with these things. Okay, take out the seed bit first, then the monsters.
Oh, hi, Hyuga.
One thing that always kind of disappointed me about this game, actually, was that the monsters themselves don't really evolve with the player. Like, really, the only changes to make them tougher are the numbers. Oh, you look familiar. Wow. You're just crappier than you were before.
Usually I have a harder time with him. For them.
We stun-locked him, I think.
Stun what now?
Stun-locked. It's a term for when you repeatedly stun an enemy so that they can't counter, and just keep them locked down in that stun until they finish the move.
An invisible stun, you mean? Because it didn't have the status effect on him.
Right, that's what I mean.
Didn't stand a chance.
And off we go to the next segment, which clears that trial, and since I think 10 minutes is a reasonable time goal, so... 400, so yeah, 1,000.
You're just like me, my ideal partner.
Pike! So a new melee weapon. It's a stabby one.
The spear category.
Okay, so if I'm remembering things right, because I haven't actually played all the way through this game, but I have played some of it.